What's going on, guys? It's your boy Logan. I'm here with my amazing co-host
Brayden Noble.
Yes, sir, and welcome to episode 35 of Actors POV. All right. So, but let's just start off by going forward with this. Brayden, how are you? How you been?
I'm great. Logan, how are you?
I'm doing good, man. I walked into the theater for Late Night with the Devil. I sit down. I have my water, my Sour Patch Kids. I'm ready to go. I'm getting all cozy in the seat. I like slowly lean back. It's all going good. The first preview that comes on is two Sasquatches having sex. It's the new A24. I think it's Ari Aster. I'm going to pull this up for everybody viewing right now. You guys need to see this, man.
Why do they keep letting him make these movies?
Dude, Brayden, when I say...
They're like, Bo, that was like, it's intricate.
Look it up.
You know what I mean?
Look it up. It's called Sasquatch Sunset. I'm surprised you haven't seen it yet. Jesse Eisenberg is the main Sasquatch.
What?
Sorry, it's directed by David and Nathan Zellner. I don't know these guys. Okay, so it's the same guy that did Damsel, the new Millie Bobby Brown movie. So basically what it is, dude, it's over a period of 1 year. Okay, so Ari Aster is an executive producer. It's A24. Brayden. Number one, it's all practical effects. All right, that's number one. Number two, watch the trailer. You know what?
Kieran Culkin's in it.
Yeah, the cast is insane. The cast is actually a really good cast. I don't think they say a word. I think it's just you follow Sasquatches walking around a forest for like an hour and 30 minutes. I'm not even joking when I say that. They didn't say a word in the trailer.
How do you, I just don't understand. Who gets that script and is like, this is fucking it. this is good.
Dude, it looks like a Slim Jim commercial. Look at it.
Yeah. I saw him drilling green shit. I'm like, come on, man.
Screw it. I'm gonna show a little bit of the trailer. It's just it literally starts out with them just having sex, dude.
That's interesting.
Yeah, right here. The people can see it. And then, you're afraid. Look it up. Look up the trailer, and then, and then it cuts to two Sasquatches just watching in the background. Dude, it's so funny. It has to be a parody, dude. But the shots are beautiful. It's like an Ari Aster type movie. Like the shots are gorgeous, but it's so funny. Just look at the trailer, and wait until it cuts to them. I don't even know anymore, dude. I'm watching it. It comes out April. I'm there. You got me sold.
It took a raunchy scene of Sasquatches, but that's all it took.
Hey,
I'm there.
take it. Yeah. What? Are you watching the trailer?
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, see it, and then look, it cuts to
Wow.
two Sasquatches. Let's wait. Yo, like this. It sounds like a joke. It sounds like something you would tell your buddy, like, "Nah, I'm playing. This is a real movie, dude. They filmed it." Yeah. It looks so
How much money do you get
bad.
paid to do this?
But I love it.
I'm telling you, there's nothing like a unicorn of a movie. It must be seen to be believed.
Yeah.
Variety. That is the best way to fucking put that. What?
Honestly. Oh, it's so funny. We're watching this movie. This is on the list. You're amazed right now.
Okay.
That's cinema.
I'm perplexed. I'm perplexed, I think. That's incredible.
It's incredible.
We will be seeing it.
You thought I was joking when I was saying that. That's the first thing that I saw when I sat in the previews, dude, was that. I was like, what are we doing?
Bro, I don't even remember the first, I'm not gonna lie, a few of the movie, it was really stupid TikTok snippets. We were in a small theater. It was maybe only
Mine was
held
small
30
too.
people.
Yeah,
And
no,
we were same way. So they had my two favorite commercials were at the end, but they played a few like I can't even remember the first two. They were like it's funny because they were all like big company movies, and then the two Shutter films came on. The one was I don't know if you've seen it. It's where it's like a Jason movie, but they're taking it
Yeah,
from Jason's perspective.
I,
Not interested?
it's just a Friday the 13th movie. That's all it
It pretty
is.
basically is. I'm just interested to see what they do, but it's
I'm
kind of like the
excited, but
Sasquatch movie. Is he even gonna fucking say a word? Like everyone else might talk, but is he gonna talk? You know what I mean? He doesn't
yeah,
like the whole movie was him. So I want to
it
see
looked
it,
cool.
but
Yeah, no,
yeah.
we'll definitely review it.
And
I'm
then
just it's just very weird because it's just a Friday the 13th movie, you know.
right,
But well, I'm
I get
curious.
that.
Let's see.
And then the one that really intrigued me was the Nicolas Cage movie. The werewolf movie. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, my buddy's in that one. He plays one of the
Oh, really?
kids. Yeah, he plays not the kid from it, but the other
But
kid.
the other one.
Max.
Oh, wow,
Yeah,
wow.
Max. Yeah, pretty cool.
Nice. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool. Yeah, no, the trailer looks cool. Looks good.
Yeah, it looks interesting. It looks very like I don't know. It just looks like a very stereotypical like action horror movie, you know?
I get what you're saying.
Like nothing like unique jumped out at me, but
Yeah.
just cuz Max is in it, I feel like we need to watch it.
That's
So
fair.
we'll check it out.
Well, now we have more reason.
Yes, sir.
Even more reason, man.
Yeah, I was because this movie was in select theaters. It wasn't a big movie at all, right?
Yeah.
And we're talking about late night with the devil. We'll talk about this one first, and then we'll dive in. Or do you want to talk about Roadhouse first, and then dive into late night? How do you want to go about it?
Let's do I guess Devil first. That's like
Okay,
the main seggy
I
here.
agree. So Late Night with the Devil, it's a movie that was out in select theaters. Luckily, it was at the same theater I usually go to, the AMC here, but it was at like a really small screen. It was like, you know, like you said, like 20, 30 people in there. There's only like 4 rows, you know.
Yeah. When I went to go buy the tickets, I was like, where the fuck why am I so zoomed in?
Yeah, same here. I was like, wait a second.
Come on, man.
Yeah, literally 20, 30 seats. And yeah, I thought it was interesting, man. Let's I'm trying to think of because I think that's for the previews.
Yeah, I genuinely
There's some weird anime ones. Did you see that weird anime?
Yeah, I think we did.
Yeah, that was weird. I don't know. It wasn't
There was
a movie.
one of those. We saw another film, but like me and Sean both looked at each other and were like, this is stupid.
Yeah.
We would watch this.
There were some weird ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So let's kind of move past that. I think we got the previews done. I did not know what I was getting myself into when I went to this movie. I watched or I read the little bit of the synopsis while I was sitting in the seat right before the movie came on. And it was like, you know, what's this? Let me look at the synopsis. It's like a late night talk show host. Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah, Halloween night invites purportedly what is that a word? A purportedly, I don't know, possessed girl onto a show in an attempt to boost ratings. Laura Gordon, and it says the rest of the cast. Which, by the way, Laura Gordon, who played June, the doctor, I've seen her before.
I
don't know where.
You thought the same thing?
Yeah, I've seen her before. She was great in this movie. Phenomenal. I loved her character.
No.
You know.
I don't know what I would even know her from.
Yeah, because
She's been in a lot.
Yeah, I looked at her movies and everything.
She's in Saw 5.
But I've never seen Saw 5. Like, I know that's where you probably know it from, but like every other movie I've never really seen.
But I've seen her before. Yeah, you're right.
I've seen her before.
That's
It's so weird. Okay, I thought it was only me. But yeah, I've definitely seen her before. So I had no idea what I was getting into with this movie, with Late Night with the Devil. But I felt David. This is the guy. This is the reason we watched this movie was because David has been in every single movie. This literally last year in 2023, and now he's finally getting his own.
He was literally in every single movie, and yeah, he finally got the lead.
He was offered this role without auditioning. He got sent the script and everything, and then he was offered it. And he deserved it, and he killed it. He killed it, dude.
Bro,
this is David's movie. He did such a good job, bro.
Yeah, all I had seen from the trailer was like, I had never even seen the full trailer. It was the clip of him where he was like, and now we are going to interact with the devil. And like that's all I'd seen, and I was like, "Yeah, good." And then just like the two girls looking at each other, and then I was like, "This movie's gonna be good.
Yeah.
I really hope." Bro, took me by surprise.
Yeah.
Like when it first aired, I thought like the first thing I said to Sean is I said the people making this movie are fucking geniuses. They are fucking geniuses. Just the way they set it up, like it was like a production on a TV talking about the last episode of his TV show. So you were the audience member being an audience member of the show. And it was just like I've seen this game that XQC played before, and it's like, or Sneeko, he played it too. I've never even wanted to play it. You do it, and it's like a fake hack on your computer. So like random pop-ups just start popping up, and then like your screen starts shaking, goes black, turns on, and it starts like flipping your camera on you, and it starts bringing up your personal information. But it's like it's a game. It's a game. But it's like so smart. Like it like literally Sneeko played for 30 seconds. He was like, nah, fuck that. And he turned it off. And I was like, I do the exact same thing.
Yeah, dude.
And I really thought of this movie, of the game, when I was watching the movie, because I was like, the way they're going about this is so, it's like you almost feel like you're at home watching a documentary program about the TV show.
Mm-hmm.
And they just do such a good way of keeping that alive, whilst also going into the real world when the camera's cut off, you know what I mean? But keeping that audience feel alive. Like you never really feel like you truly understand. You only get splotches of like moments where you see them backstage being for real, like this is fucked up. Like we need to dip.
No, yeah,
But
it's like its own little subgenre of horror. Kind of like found footage. It's the closest genre to found footage, but not really. And yeah, I loved it. I thought it was I love the premise of this movie. I thought it was so unique. I thought it was so interesting. Like you said, very engaging and intriguing. Brought you right in from the get go. I love the use of the different ratio. I thought maybe it was just a small screen I was watching, but then they use like the small ratio like this for when you're actually watching the episode, and then it goes really wide and black and white. When it's, the behind the scenes footage, right? In between the commercial breaks. And then it's super wide and very clear when it comes to like at the end where it's not when it's not the behind the scenes or not the TV show, and it's just David's character experiencing all that. So using those three different techniques and camera aspect ratios and coloration and all that throughout that movie was really well done, and it separated everything really nicely. A lot like Christopher Nolan and what Christopher Nolan does with his movies. Memento, Oppenheimer, with the black and white and going back in the past and all that. And it kind of helps you understand it a little bit easier. So great job by them on incorporating that. I thought it was really well done. And yeah, man, I mean, the whole thing, it felt like you were watching a 1970s talk show. It really did.
Yeah.
Like I mean, everything down to the production, down to the actors, everything, man. It felt so genuine, and that's so tough to do. And
nothing felt forced ever.
No.
Like it was all like genuine is a good way to say it. Like it was very authentic. Even like what's his name? Christou. Like at first Christou came out, I was like, dude, who the fuck is this? Like the movie just started, I was like, who the fuck
I
is
agree.
this guy?
I agree.
You mean I was like, I like it already, but like what the hell's going on? He comes out and like it's funny how it quickly shifts of him being like, oh, he's definitely dog shit and he's faking it, and like he's really not. And then out of nowhere he gets hit with something and like he starts like compulsing, and it's fucking dude, I knew this was gonna be a good film when he was sitting there and he's like, and his fucking eyes started rolling back. I was like, oh god. I looked at Sean and I was like, buckle up, buddy.
Yeah, no, that was a very very, very interesting thing. I thought the same thing. I was like, this guy's faking it, because he said like the 4 different names and then finally landed on it, and then like you said, when it really started going down, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, no, I really, really like that. The one thing I will say is, there's like the 4 different guests, or, the 4 different guests that come out, 3 different guests. And it just gets very repetitive, like after the medium guy leaves and he dies or whatever. And then you have the guy that like doesn't that's like the
He
guy that
doesn't
doesn't
believe in
believe in
anything.
it. It's such an annoying character, by the way, to the point where it's kind of like really getting annoying. And then you
Yo,
have
you know what's funny?
yeah,
I was gonna say I actually didn't mind this character like that bad. I
I,
thought he was really good.
I
I
respect
get
it because
I
there are
definitely
people
get
like
like
that.
by I kind of wish there was a moment where he believed because it did kind of piss me off. It took until, and this is a spoiler to everyone, we're gonna get to this point,
Yeah,
but it took until the transit boss came out for
yeah,
him to like finally be like, holy shit,
yeah,
God. And I mean I understand that. He's the type of person, that's why they did it. He's the type of person that has to see it to believe it. You know what I
right.
mean? That's kind of how um Jack was talking to him the whole movie. He was like, "You're just a hater." Da da da. But that I kind of liked his character because I felt like it did. Like Jack is the type through influence, right, to
Hmm.
do certain things, and I thought if he wasn't there, I don't think a lot of the stuff with Lily would have happened
Hmm.
because I feel like he was just enough to like keep it under. He was definitely annoying, but
Hmm.
I thought he did a good job of like keeping it pushing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I'm definitely with you.
But I can see what you're saying. How it gets a little repetitive. Everyone
Yeah.
comes out the same way.
And
It's
then it
like we're
goes
all
to
just trying to
commercial
see a
breaks.
ghost.
Yeah,
So
after
we're just it comes. It's a show of trying to prove that there is a ghost somewhere.
right,
You know what I
right.
mean?
And I did get a little bored after like the second person came out, and then it went to commercial break. I'm just like, oh my god, guys, come on. So it did get a little bit slow for me around a little bit before second act maybe.
Mm.
Um, but I mean, when the story gets going, it gets very interesting once you feel the uneasiness of the because it's just like there's a lot of just sitting around, and there's a boom, crazy thing happens, and it goes back to just sitting around. Then oh wait, this happens, and it gives her attention again, and it goes back
Yeah.
again. An example of that is with the hey, was it your son died or killed himself, whatever it was, right? To the audience members with the medium guy.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
that happens, and I was very tense at that point. They did a really
Yeah,
good
me
job of
too.
building that tension. By the way, it's another thing they did very good with is building the tension and the
Tension. Yeah.
that suspense,
Yeah.
and then it gets really just kind of calm again. Then you have Lily come out, and you see Lily's just weird. Lily just there's something off about this girl,
Fucking
and
weird. When she was
it
looking
builds
at
the
the
tension.
cameras, bro.
Yeah,
Dude,
just
that's why I love the way they shot it because, like, dude, like, yeah, she's like, everyone's like normally talking and she's just staring at you through the camera.
yeah,
It's like,
yeah,
stop looking at me.
yeah.
Like, what the
You
fuck?
can almost see Mr. Wriggles or whatever behind her
Yeah,
eyes. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
great job by the actress on doing that because it was very well done.
yeah,
Um, Um, yeah, no, I really like their characters. It's just so as you were saying, I think that guy, the guy that doesn't believe in everything, I think he definitely pushed the story forward. But I feel like maybe they could have relied on the producer guy a little bit more. With
yeah.
the
I
behind the
love that
scenes,
guy, dude.
I love that guy too,
When
and
he came out, he was like, he looked at like the what is this Jimmy Kimmel's guy Guerrero or whatever. You know,
yeah,
I'm the Spanish guy. He looks at me and he's just like, you better smile the fuck up
yeah,
and keep your fucking head on your
yeah,
shoulder. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
He's like, shut
yeah,
the fuck up. I don't want
yeah,
to hear another fucking word.
yeah,
I
yeah,
was
yeah.
like, yeah, bro, he don't give a shit. He
No,
wants him. And at the end, he's like, David. He's like, please, David, fucking come, please, or not
yeah,
David, Jack, please, please come.
yeah.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, no,
Pause.
I thought it was yeah. I wasn't gonna say it. Yeah, no. So, um,
I agree
I'm
about
with you. So,
relying on
so
the
why not?
producer a little
Yeah,
bit
why not
more.
push him a little bit more up instead of this guy that's the denier? And if you're gonna
Yeah.
have the denier be the main stage like that, be on the main stage like that, have his resolution be something bigger. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And that's kind of my
because
whole problem with the whole ending is the resolutions didn't really tie up well enough. But we'll get to that in a little bit.
I agree. I just wanted to say because that's where like I totally agree because I love the fact they had him go up and prove his point about the hypnosis thing. And I loved how it wasn't everybody in the audience. They were like there was a few people that were like, yeah, I didn't fall for it. But like most people did. And like it shifted the narrative like, no, like this man's doing right. He could be right. Like there is a chance he's right. And it's like that's where I liked him, I think, because I was like, damn, he just proved everybody, like you said,
Yeah,
shut the fuck up.
yeah,
And it was kind of this thing of like, now we're back at square one feeling like, God damn it. And it took, transit boss coming out for everything to happen.
right.
But I kind of agree because it's just like, I don't know, the resolution. There just wasn't, I loved how he proved it. And I would have loved a better resolvement of like him seeing it before, maybe more time to internalize the resolution before dying. Because I just feel like it was like
Yeah,
you said, it was abrupt. Everyone just like at one point is like, Vink,
in
vink,
a 3 minute
vink.
time span.
Yeah. So it's so funny because Sean was like, I'm thinking 8 or more kills in this movie. I looked down and I said 5 or less. And I think it only came out to like 5. So I was
Yeah.
like, yeah.
No, honestly, yeah. I mean,
But I got really scared because it all started. I told him literally in the car, I said, the only way 8 or more kills happens is if they fucking like kill the audience or some shit.
yeah.
Bro, that shit started happening. Everyone started running around, and I was like, I was
You're
like,
like,
oh god,
no, run,
no,
run.
wait.
No, yeah, that's nuts, man. Yeah, no, I'm with you. I thought
With the
that that's something I
resolution.
really liked was the hallucination thing. I thought it was really cool. I thought it was really, really dope. And that's where you got to give the filmmakers credit, man, is making us the audience watching it from home is such a unique idea, and you can do so much with that. Counting being, hypnotized,
Yeah.
and I thought that was so dope, man, because you know how a lot of movies like they
Because
show
like
that
they
it's
got
fake,
us too. You know what I mean?
right?
We're the
Which
audience. Yeah.
it never happens, never
Yeah.
happens. And I thought that
So
was
smart. They're
so smart,
so
genius.
smart.
Whoever came up with this idea, man, I want them to make more stuff. Let me see if I can find the
Bro,
writer
that's what I'm saying.
because it was so good.
That's what I was saying at the very beginning, bro. I was like, whoever like wrote this is a genius. It doesn't really say the
Colin
director.
Cairnese.
Kearns?
Yeah, big shout out to this guy, dude. I love the poster too for this movie. It's dope.
So good. So
Um,
good, so simple.
yeah, I love it. Oh, wrong thing. All right, cool. Yeah, no. I loved it. I mean, maybe it's because there's 75 production companies and studios backing it. I don't know if you remember the intro.
Bro,
I don't know what was going on.
I looked at Sean and I was like, literally, the dude next to me started laughing. It was the second
Yeah.
last one, and I went, God damn, how many people filmed this fucking thing? I couldn't believe it. There was like 8 film productions.
Yeah, 8 probably. Actually, on a real note, probably 8.
Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I wonder if it was it had to be a joke. It had to be a joke. It had to have been. Because, I mean, I've seen some with a lot before, but a lot for me
Maybe
is
like
4.
some of them were supposed to be a part of like the.
That's what I'm
you
thinking.
know.
I'm assuming it was, but no though, because remember it was like beep,
Yeah, I was like,
beep,
yeah,
beep. It would
yeah.
have showed it after it went on. Hold up. Let me look at the productions back in this movie because we're not even joking, guys. It's probably 8. Like everybody
8 to 10.
5 in, everybody around me started dying laughing. Like, dude, it was
Yeah.
so funny. Oh wow, horror film Late Night with the Devil takes $666,666
6 at the. Yeah.
on Sunday. That's weird. That's interesting.
Yeah. Right.
That's good. I mean, hey man. Late Night with the Devil. That's actually really weird, dude. You know?
Yeah. Right. That's what I was saying. I
That's
saw
really
the same
weird.
post and I was like, that's not right.
Yeah, that's creepy. What was I looking up?
The production companies. Yeah, man. It was pretty funny when I saw that. That was fucking hilarious.
Nothing's popping up with the different studios. 100% on Rotten Tomatoes? What?
Is it really?
Oh, it's 96. And then 83% on audience. Yeah, that's I mean it's a really I love this movie, dude. It's solid.
Oh, dude. I could probably because like another big thing because this is right before the ending. The ending is basically my only negative of the movie. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And it's not even a negative. It's just more of like a preference thing. You know what I mean? I would have just preferred something else. So I guess it is a negative, but
No,
But, like-
we can dive into that.
well, I was gonna say right before the last thing I want to touch on, 2 characters I thought were fucking phenomenal, and we did touch on them a little bit, but was the Doctor and Lily. Literally so great how they were like, how they bring up that upbringing, and then they were like, oh, we're like I'm her guardian now. I take care of her. I work with her. She knows the whole time. She's telling Jack like we can't do this. We can't do this.
Yeah.
Um.
They have something going on.
Yeah. And then, okay, this is another big thing because I looked at Sean, and you know me. You know me. I talk about this a lot, bro. When they brought up the Grove, I couldn't fucking believe it. I was sitting there, and I looked at Sean. He went,
I'm glad you brought this
Brad,
up.
bro, he went, Brad. And I went, dude, because I talked to these boys about this shit so much. And Ryan Garcia was just on the news talking about the fucking Grove and where he watched the. I'm not trying to go into like politics,
Yeah.
but bro talks about I
Yeah.
watched the kids getting da 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 at the
Yeah.
Grove, and I'm like sitting here in this movie like,
Yeah.
and then that's the whole thing. Like I came to this conclusion myself that Mr. Wriggles is the devil. Because if he truly made a decision to sign with the devil at the Grove, how would that Mr. Wriggles know who Jack is if it's not Minnie?
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean?
that's definitely what it was, which
What
is
it
why
was.
this is an independent movie. And
Yeah.
but like,
Yeah.
I don't want to get too into it, but
Yeah, right. I looked at the camera when I said it. I was like, God, there's a fucking sniper aiming at my head.
Yeah, I know. So I don't want to talk too much about it, but I think that they did it was ballsy, and they did it in a way because like you see this and stuff all the time. Sold their soul to the devil, whatever. They went and took actual stuff, real footage from a real place that has real conspiracies around it, and ran with that. And that I earned a lot of respect for them not holding back, whether it's real or not, whatever. It was very interesting, and I'm glad you brought that up because it's something I wanted to talk about. When I saw that they did that, it brought me in. I was like, "What? Where are we going with this?"
Yeah, me too. I was like, "Wow."
And like you said, it was very interesting. They didn't say that and this actually ties into the ending. This is something I'm very confused about. They didn't say that he did. They didn't explicitly say that he sold his soul to the devil, whatever, but obviously he did, right? Because of all the things that they say. And there's another thing I'm wondering: was the wife the sacrifice? Because okay.
The idea I got is like you are giving. So when he said it in the movie, he was like, and they because I remember at the end he was like, and for a small price of everything or whatever, and he was like, or for the price of everything, and I guess that just symbolizes that was everything to him was Minnie. Like, it's taken out of context. It's not truly, like, when they say we're going to take everything, it doesn't mean you're going to lose your house, your car, this. They mean you know what I mean? And I think Minnie was that for him. And that goes back to the whole beginning of why he even set up this episode. One, they lied to him. He wasn't number one anymore, and he was failing. Two, he lost Minnie, and he's trying to communicate with her pretty much through all these people and prove that she's here. Like, I think that was kind of a big thing because, like, he invites him on and he talks about Minnie. He explicitly doesn't say anything until like the dude's about to fucking compulse on the floor, you know? And then he brings it up. I think it was like the Michelson guy was like, "Oh, you set all this up. You are planning this. You know what I mean? You set Minnie." I think subconsciously he was trying to communicate with her through the show. You know what I mean?
I agree.
But I think that's kind of what it meant. I think in a way, yes, he did say yes, but I don't, and that's why at the end he's like crying to her, and he was like, I truly didn't mean for this to happen. Or he was like, I want you to understand, I didn't mean, you know what I mean? I can't remember what he said when he was like crying by her bed. He's like, this is not what was supposed to happen. Yeah. And I legit think it's like, it's kind of cool again how they took it in their own way, but they took everything as her, and it like shows how it fucked him up. He literally. He left the show for a month. He was declining after that. He's struggling, Yeah. So, but I would say that was what I took from it. I guess.
No, I agree.
You know me. I texted you. I was like, "What the fuck is this?" I don't understand.
Yeah. The one thing that I didn't necessarily understand was okay. We'll get to the very end, but let's talk about one thing that this is the biggest thing that I hated about... Well, there's a couple things I hated about this movie. There's really two. The first thing is you have all these character stories that you didn't really tie up. Whether it's the relationship between June and... what's his name? Jack, right? Yep. Or the relationship with Lily.
Jack and Jill going up the hill, fucking each other's brains out. Yeah, I thought that was fucking hilarious.
No, it's funny. But I don't know. There's just a lot of stuff there that I wanted to know more about. Now, that might have been... I think that was by design in the sense of where the audience viewing it. But there was still a lot of... But we wouldn't have really known that they had a relationship going on if we're just the audience. I mean, obviously, Lily says those things while she's possessed, whatever. But we got a lot of behind-the-scenes footage of them having that talk-to-talk, you know what I mean? Where they're, about to kiss, whatever. So you could have maybe done a little bit more there just to kind of tie in more of that relationship and kind of the behind the scenes of that. But I get why you're kind of just thrown into this movie and you're kind of just going because of everything.
It's almost
But
like if they had like
I don't know.
I don't. Yeah, it's because I'm in agreement. I like it didn't bother me that much, but I totally see like where you're thinking that, and like I totally agree with why. It's just by design. Like
Yeah,
they just shot it
they
for
had
that, and
to.
they didn't. Yeah, I guess that was just how it served the story.
Hmm.
But I get what you're saying. It would have been cool because like, how long have they been dating? You know what I mean? If they make the comments about him sacrificing her again, and he kind of does it. When you really think about it, he kind of does it. She
Yeah,
continuously tells him no, 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 and he's like, yes. Let's
yeah,
say like
yeah,
right at the end, he was like, and we're gonna have to hold her for another time because we can't leave you guys hanging. And I was
yeah,
like, brother, like literally, you know what I mean? I love that the foreshadowing. They do it a lot, and they do a
yeah,
really good job of doing it.
yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah,
but I see what you're saying. I totally get that. It
yeah.
would have been nice because like there definitely was more to it than they let on.
Well, here's my thing. It's like whenever you have a character and you make that character very interesting, like June's character, which I thought was,
Yeah.
in my opinion, one of the most interesting, intriguing characters in the movie,
Yeah.
is when you make a movie that you can't really dive into characters with because you have to sacrifice that for the story, sacrifice it, no pun intended,
Hmm.
then you're kind of left there kind of feeling like I'm feeling like, man, I wish we would have dove into that character more. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
Yeah.
it served this story in the correct way. They did the correct thing. It's just it's one of those sacrifices you have to make, right?
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
not going to
Yeah.
have everything work perfectly in a movie. You're going to have to take some risks, and that's one of the risks that they took with it. And it just sucks because that character played so well.
Yeah.
And so yeah, like I said, I get why they did it. It's just one of those things that just kind of sucks. And
Yeah.
then and then I like all the practical effects, with her getting her, chain around her neck or whatever, which doesn't really make any sense on how that's what killed her, considering it, like, it would just break, like a necklace would. But whatever, let's say that the chains were strong. Whatever, there's someone possessed and she turns into a freaking
Yeah. It's
electric
paranormal
monster.
shit.
So
You
whatever.
know.
So she gets choked by her chain or whatever. I love that. I thought that practical effects was dope. I was like, is this just another, like, hypnotism thing? You know what I mean? That's what I thought. I was like, are we getting hypnotized again? Like, what's going on here? And then when I saw her
Dude,
neck snap, I was like, yeah, this is it.
I had to watch a video because I was contemplating if we were still under the hypnosis. Because, like, okay, not to jump ahead, I didn't understand what Jack's character was saying at the end. He was saying the words to break the
Yeah.
hypnosis.
Yeah, he
I
was.
didn't notice that until I watched a video after and he was explaining
Yeah,
it. So, like,
you're right.
I was thinking this whole time, I'm still in debate of, like, was that whole thing a fucking trance? But then, because, like, I'm sorry, because now I'm jumping ahead, but this is finish your negative, because I'll get really into this shit.
No, I knew that's what he was saying at the end, but I thought he was just waking himself up because he was dreaming about his wife right before that, and that's why he stabbed Lily or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. I knew he was saying that, but I mean that makes sense though too. That makes more
Yeah.
sense. But I don't know, man. Okay, so here's my other negative is the electricity monster. I think it's so stupid. It's very vintage, and maybe that's why they went that route with it. It's that vintage 70s, like, neon blue electricity thing. But the CGI just sucked. And I don't know. And you know what I mean? And, like, I
You
thought
want to call me absolutely crazy? That is what makes this movie, like, almost, like, not a 10 out. Like, I would have maybe given this movie, like, a 9.9 out of 10. But
wow.
that alone knocked it a few points.
Yeah.
Not like digits, but like decimals. Yeah, that like really.
Like, why go that route with it? Like,
Why would you do that?
It was, which makes sense if it is like you're being hypnotized. Then that is one of the weird things that someone would have told you to do. But
and that's what I kept telling Sean. I was like, maybe it's the idea I don't understand. Like, but like, if this is truly what happens, and not to cut you off, if this is truly what happens, that we're in this room and out of nowhere, she goes from The Exorcist to a fucking transit fucking electric goddamn Electro from Spider-Man.
yeah.
Where does that come from? You never expressed any electricity earlier. I mean, they did through like where he like,
yeah.
but not on her, not her
Right.
turning into this beast. You know what I mean?
Right.
I would have liked it if like, maybe she was causing electricity, but like the fact that she turned into like a blue thing and her head split in half and she became like this mutant shooting goddamn lasers and shit. I was
Well,
just like,
here's what I don't understand. All the filmmakers, all they had to do was keep the deaths consistent in the sense of when he gets back to reality, the guy's head's twisted backwards. The one
yep,
dude's still dead or whatever. But then the girl's face isn't split in half. So it's like
she's normal.
She's normal. So what's real and what like this is what I'm confused about. What
That's my
Come on,
negative.
man.
That's my negative.
Literally there's no explanation at all for that. There's none.
Because the only evidence, like, this is my, I'll give you my shot at it. Because I watched a video. He was terrible at explaining it. It was so annoying. Logan, he fucking summarized the movie, and the last minute was like, explained his version of the ending. And I was like, bro, I just watched a 9-minute fucking video for what?
Yeah.
God damn.
Give him a dislike.
No, so, yeah, right. My idea is that it's so crazy to say this. I truly think, as I'm talking about it, I don't know. It's because there's two ways that this went. Either she really turned into Electric Boss, killed everyone in the room, and the devil started playing tricks on. So the idea I had last night is like Mr. Wriggles took over like Jack's character, and that's why he started to like hallucinate. And when he woke up, he was killing Lily. Because at first, I kind of was saying that Jack killed everybody. Like, Jack got possessed right at the end, and, like, he was hallucinating, like, the devil was playing tricks on him, and he killed everyone instead. Well, then I kind of shifted it that it was, like, she killed everyone, but he was, like, the devil is Mr. Wriggles, and he's, like, hallucinating Jack, and he's playing a joke on Jack on purpose. And then that's why at the end, when he kills that, it's still recording, and he's killing Lily to, like, get him in trouble as well. But I still don't know. Like, I don't know what's right, Because then as we were talking, I was like, well, maybe this was a whole trance the whole time. And that he didn't actually see that. Maybe she was possessed and killing everybody, but maybe he was seeing that and that led into his hallucinations. And then he wakes up and that's why he's killing her, because he just was hallucinating himself.
Yeah.
And that's why he's trying to, because I love the idea at the end that he like is trying to break out of the trance, that he thought the whole thing was like he's still in a trance. He was like, this isn't real, because he was going through the different stages of his life. You know what I mean? The different like eras.
Yeah.
So he was like, no, this can't be. But I just don't get what happened. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I'm all about leaving ambiguity. You know what I mean? But when literally nothing makes sense. It's not even ambiguity at that point. You know what I'm saying? It's just like confusion. Yeah. You're just leaving your audience confused and unsatisfied when it comes to a movie that's all about building up to that third act. A movie that is literally exactly, and it's that we talked about this before, Brayden, with another movie that we reviewed. I can't remember what movie it was, but when you have a movie that is a build up to a moment. That moment has to be everything. If you're not going to give us they gave us little things, but you know what I mean? It's very slow.
Yeah.
When you have a slow movie that builds up to a big moment, that big moment has to pay off. And this movie didn't pay off in that big moment, which is a big loss for me. Like, this movie went from, like you said, like a 9.5, 9 out of 10 to a little bit lower for me now because of that ending. It's just like, because now when I watch it, I know what it's building up to and it's not satisfying.
Yeah. No, that's 100% right. It's funny because I kind of agree with what you said. Because it's not, it's actually crazy because I don't even think I told you, I got Final Draft myself and I've been now working on a little project, but I liked the abrupt ending. I really liked how we had, that's kind of how I really want this to be. Like, I love the idea that it's 2 minutes of like everything in your face and you are feeling it all in the credits and you're like trying to process like, dude, at the end, I was sitting there, mouth open, but I was like, but like doing like this. I was like, it was so weird how I was just, but again, it's like you were saying, that build up, like, I had that feeling, but it was just crushed because, like, if she would have woken up a fucking transit zombie and her head was split in half, movie would have been perfect. Or not even perfect, but it would have been so much better. I would have been like, perfect. If she would have just started levitating again and been like an exorcist and her head was like spinning around, she still did everything. Perfect. Fucking perfect. It's the idea I just don't get. If he did it, if she did it, if it's even real, maybe that's the whole point of it. But again, I just think
I
that
hope
like
not.
I love the abrupt ending. I just wish it was explained, you know?
I love abrupt endings too. I think they can, like you said, leave the viewer with a lot of questions. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of questions is great, and letting your audience um think and have the theater of the mind is the strongest thing. Your mind is,
Yeah.
is stronger than anything in the world. So it's very interesting and it's very effective when done right. But this movie just it's too confusing. So now, if they come out and they explain it in a way that I'm like, okay, cool, I get it, then
I
whatever.
go back
And
and watch it again and I see it and I'm like, oh my God, how did I not? You know what
well,
I mean?
yeah, but I mean, I know somebody that's watched it two times, and they still don't even fully
Understand it.
under, understand it. Excuse me. So it's just like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I just, it really sucks because I was really enjoying this movie for what it was, and then just the ending, the transit thing. I was just like,
Yeah.
no, I
Yeah.
don't know. It was cool. It was unique. It was a
It was
unique
unique.
thing, but like you said, it's just like you're such a grounded movie, and then you get so cartoonish at that point, which is why
Yeah.
there's got to be some explanation. There's got to be some
Because
explanation for it. I don't
even
know.
when she was floating doing the exorcist shit, I was still engaged. I never thought this was too out of the realms of possibility.
They made
That's what I
exorcism scary again, and I love that.
scary again.
Yeah.
I totally agree. And I think this is a big thing like this movie does, and it's a big problem when movies do this. It's like it's you were just saying it, but it's going out of the realms of what you've made possible. You made it possible that this would happen. Then you pull something out that doesn't make sense in this universe. You know what I mean? Like an electric zombie like or boss like that. Electric boss like that. Like this doesn't make sense. It doesn't. We've seen nothing throughout the film that signifies that would make sense. Like I said, now if she even the point I don't know. I still can't even say this. When she was in the air like this, like zzz, I was like, what the fuck is happening right now? It just was so far fetched. Again, like if the electric was like right like I don't even know like maybe if it was just like running around like around her on the floor and like it just like blew up some light bulbs or something or like I don't know, that would be more realistic to me. But just the fact that like she turned into a current of electricity, you know,
Yeah,
goddamn like she was a gold key or some shit.
she straight up became Jamie Foxx
Or a
and
fucking
in
copper key.
Amazing Spider-Man 2. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's just like,
Yeah, and it was like,
yeah,
where did that come from?
that I know that was the biggest L for. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do love this movie, and I think there's a lot of
I
aspects
love
that
it.
I really appreciated. The acting is all very genuine and real, and I love that. The shots are really cool. I love the artistic vibe, and it's not a jump scare horror movie. You know what I mean? It's a tense kind of suspense type film, and I really like those types of horror movies. And this one does it
Yeah.
in a pretty good way. Um, I don't know, man. I just didn't like that. There's nothing else really for me to expand on. It's just like I said, the big L's for me in this movie is not diving into some characters more, not giving them a great ending, and the ending overall just felt very far fetched. And maybe that's what
Yeah.
it is. I don't know. That's just the things that kind of get me. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, shit. I mean, I have nothing left to say.
Yeah, no, I really enjoyed it though, man. It was really cool to see David get his first big film, and I think we're gonna see a lot more of him,
Yeah,
for the rest of our lives.
I
He's
gonna
gonna be in every single
love
movie,
that
dude.
guy.
This guy's
Yeah,
gonna
he's
be
he's
he's gonna be
literally
in the
been on
dark
a
room
roll.
too. Yeah, it's gonna be
Yeah,
crazy.
we're waiting.
Uh, all right, cool. Let's rate this, man. Did I go first last time, or did you go first?
Usually I know. I don't know this
Yeah,
time.
I don't know. I'll go first on this one.
Yeah, you
Um,
go first, man.
It sucks that I'm rating it this low because like I feel like it needs to be higher just because I really enjoyed it, but just that ending just maybe one day it'll make sense to me, and my rating will get a little higher. Um, I don't know. I'm going between two different ratings right now.
Going through
Um,
the emotions here.
yeah, I like a lot of it, but then that kind of made me mad. I'll go 8.5.
8.5.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 9.2. I still really enjoyed I I think really my only negative was the ending for me. And if that was cleared up, that's why, like I said, bro, like I legit have to tell you, I enjoyed this. God, I can't believe I'm saying this. I love you guys. I enjoyed it more than Talk to Me. I enjoyed it more than The Voyage of Demeter. I enjoyed it more than, dude. It's really up there.
That's interesting.
What I will say is probably as an overall. Fuck, dude. No, I don't know. I think I really did enjoy it more. Like everything except for the ending. And that's why I give it a 9.2, because that is really the only thing I thought I was like, this is shit. You know what I mean? Everything else I was like, so on point, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, I liked it better than Talk to Me, I think. I really do.
Me too.
Yeah. I know you do.
No, that's cool. Yeah, I respect that, man.
Yeah.
Because it's unique. It's a unique film.
I
really like that.
I think that's why, bro. I've been like, you said it at the beginning, and it's perfect. Like, it really is just something that like was bold and ballsy, and like you just don't see anymore. You know what I mean? Like, only an independent company would do something like this, and I was, like, yeah, this is so good.
100%. No, I totally agree. Cool. Yeah, there you guys go.
Good job, David.
8.5, 9.2, 9.3.
Yeah.
9.2. 9.2. You guys go watch that movie, man. It'll be on Shudder soon. It'll be on Shudder probably at the end of this month, because it's limited. So
theaters and stuff.
Yeah. So at the end of April, definitely go check out Late Night with the Devil, man. Really, really fun film. I think you guys will really enjoy it, man. Let us know what you guys think. DM us. Let us know, baby. Let us know.
Let us know, bro.
All right. So also, me and Brayden decided to watch a movie that
Roadhouse.
Roadhouse. Starring Jake Gyllenhaal and Khabib. Connor.
Khabib.
Mr. McGregor. Where the fuck is everybody?
That was like one of the best scenes.
It's the best scene.
I'm gonna sleep up there. I'm gonna put my stuff right there. And you're not gonna fucking say a fucking word.
Dude, he was hilarious, bro.
Bro, I always make fun of the one scene, and I'm so glad I got to see it through. Dalton! Where are you, Dalton? Dude, I'm telling you, that scene was my favorite, but I was sitting there as an actor, and I had to pause. I'm telling you, when he was like, yeah, maybe we need to get I'll break your fucking face! And I was like...
Yeah. So funny. So funny.
He played a fun character.
Yeah.
I'll give it to him, because it really wasn't. Everyone was like, oh, it was himself. It was himself, but there definitely was some, extra flawn-ups. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think when they introduced him, he came out like goddamn Captain Price naked from banging some dude's wife. And he's walking down the street.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Takes off his clothes.
That was so funny, dude. Yeah, he goes, I'm clothes shopping. And then he looks at him. He's like, ooh.
Yeah, this one. The dude's talking about,
Oh, dude.
All right. Dude,
so funny. And then he just walks out with just the blazer.
Yeah. Dude, I was like, yo, there's no way. Bro's
dude, and just
that goes up.
Bro,
he just goes like this. It's over.
For me, it was the cut from him just like looking at the blazer to him walking away with everything burning in the background.
Yeah.
It was such a sharp cut. It was so funny, dude.
I'm sorry. We'll get into the movie after this, but the one part at the ending where Jake blows up the boat, and he's like, and he does it. Did you notice Connor's boat? Like, obviously anyone would do this, but I thought it was so funny. As soon as it explodes, the boat starts turning immediately.
No.
Like it turns around.
I didn't see that.
The boat explodes. And
he's like, nah, bro.
It's like, boom. But it's like not even enough time that someone would process it. It's like as you see literally one fucking flame, he's turning the boat.
This movie, bro. It's so bad that it's good. I mean, you got CGI Post Malone at the beginning.
Bro, thank you. I've been telling everyone. I don't know if I'm crazy or not.
No, it wasn't even Post Malone, dude.
The minute he puts his arm on his shoulder, boom, CGI. And I was sitting there like, this is a fucking fighting movie.
Yeah.
Is it because they don't know how to fight? Like, dude, the
Yeah.
guys were sitting there like, God, he fucking looks like shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this guy can't throw a fucking punch.
We'll just, yeah, you know what? Post, don't just stay there. We'll do this post. We'll do it in post.
Yeah, we got you.
Dude,
Post, we'll do it in post, buddy.
Don't do it in post. The CGI in this movie was so
God awful.
bad, and I don't know if it was on purpose or what they were doing, but God, it was horrific. The car scene where they try to hit Jake Gyllenhaal, I think it's Conor McGregor's character, right? And where he's like walking on the bridge. Remember, he goes over to him.
That's Dell.
It's yeah. It's so bad. It's so bad, dude.
I love the concept. Like, I thought it was kind of cool, but like it if you did it with better CGI, it would have been really cool. But it just was like they put like $10 into the CGI department.
Everything about this movie is so bad, but it's so bad that it's good. If that makes sense,
it's funny because I love everyone played their character so well, but it's like how it there's no like you don't get like a lot of their backstory. A lot of things are left unfinished. Like at the end, like he fights the whole time just to stay, and then he has to leave, and then the whole point about why he got angry was the little girl's shop burning down, and then she doesn't even come back until he's leaving, and it's like, I was like, I just loved Connor and Jake. You know what I'm saying?
That's really it. And then because like even the girl, like his like love interest or whatever, it is barely touched on. It's like I feel like what it is. Brayden is.
It was rushed. They were like making out like after they first see each other. She's talking shit to him, and like you get a little and they meet each other one more time, and then she's picking up on the boat to go out with him.
I wish it was that easy.
I loved that scene actually though. What I will say, I'm rambling on this one. I'm sorry, but what I will say, I told Sean, I think it's one of Jake's like. Funny enough, like best acting performances. Like there was just certain moments. I know that sounds stupid, but there was like moments, bro, where I was like, dude, this is why he is like an not underrated actor. Like I'm like, I don't understand why this guy's so underrated. Like I loved that scene where like he was like the date scene where he kind of like because I went back and I noticed how like he's just so good at like introducing that undertone feeling before he does it. Like I had to go back like 30 seconds and you could see. At first, I was like, that was awkward. But no, he was like, he recognized that she was asking him because he read, obviously, his text work. But like, he just knew ahead of time. And he was like, I don't know. The way he does he works as an actor is just so natural. And I even thought like when he was working with like Connor and stuff, like the way he was able to like keep it flowing, even though it like really shouldn't have, you know what I mean? Certain scenes, I was like, this guy's fucking good. Maybe not his like best acting performances, but I was like, this is a really good performance by him.
Right. No, yeah, it's just it's a typical Gyllenhaal performance where it's great. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I see what you're saying, and then just stands out in a movie that's just horrible.
So yes, exactly. Yes.
Yeah. So
that's why I'm like flaunting it up to be one of his better ones. So I'm like, he really like carried.
How much did he get paid for this movie? Because there's no way he read the script and said, I want to do this. I mean, this guy's one of the best.
I mean, but maybe he just wanted to. I don't know, bro. Because like something that I don't like, they don't touch on like the whole UFC underplot enough. Like
at all.
I like how they do it because it's like a cool reveal by the end. Like he attacked his friend, basically he killed his friend, and because he wouldn't stop hitting him. You know what I mean? But at the same time, like why don't we get more of that? You know what I mean? Why don't we get more of his past? Why don't we get? What it is it was just a cool action movie, and that's why I liked it so much because it's like it's so bad it's good, like you said. Like if you go in there just like with the idea, like this is gonna be fun action. That's all it is. That's all it was for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought it was great because I loved. You know, it's actually really funny. My biggest negative is the fighting. The fighting was all CGI. It was terrible.
Yeah, it wasn't good. I mean, I feel like the one that wasn't CGI was just the end between McGregor and Jake.
That was the only good fight.
One. Yeah.
I think McGregor and him, their two fights, you could tell they didn't CGI it, and I loved those two fights the most. Like the first bar scene where he kind of like Jake gets his ass kicked, and the ending, which this is at this point where I was like, of course, this is this type of movie where he goes goddamn full Dune fucking scorpion on him, and it's like, and he's like stabbing the shit out of him with like 2 chair legs, and I'm like, holy shit.
It went from 0 to 100
100.
so fast, so
Because it
fast.
wasn't the one anymore. He like
No,
went boom, like pulled it out of his own stomach, stabbed him. It like it was like
there wasn't any hint at the movie getting that crazy, and then it just
No.
got that crazy. It was just
Yeah.
like normal fights, and then it's like, oh, now we're just killing people. Guy gets eaten by
Yeah.
alligator. McGregor's getting stabbed, and I was like, all right, here we
I
go.
kind of
Dude.
like that though.
It was
I
funny.
kind of like that
It
because
was
I was
funny.
like it was Florida. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
was like these fuckers.
It was good.
Stereotypical fuckers.
It was good. Yeah, I mean, look,
What to say?
yeah, it was a movie that like I said, it was just so bad that it was good.
Let's start from the beginning. So like, his character gets to the town. And I like the introduction. Like, what I'll say, I'll give good things about this movie. Like, the shots were beautiful. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the location
weird, I hated the lenses. The lens choice I didn't like that.
What do you mean?
The different lenses were like it looked like they were using like an 80.
In different. Okay, I get what you're saying.
It was just, you know what I mean? It was like almost like a fish lens, a fisheye lens. It was just at weird points, and it gave it a style, but I hated it personally.
I get what you're saying. I thought it was the style. You know what I mean? I was kind of in the middle ground. Like, I wasn't a fan. Like, I meant more by the shot. Like, you know what I mean? Like, actual shot more than rather like what they're filming on.
Right.
But I totally get what you're saying. I wasn't like a fan, nor was I like impressed by it.
It just distracted me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love the set location, and like I said, I love the characters. Like, I love the that's another negative in a way though, because like I love the boxer that he finds at the shop, and he's like, oh, like why you got scars on your knuckles? Like they never touch on that fucking kid. Then I like the kid that was already working there, and he was like, just back up and then take a punch at him. You'll get it. Like, you need to like give more depth to these guys because they're actually cool people. Like, I'm not saying like I loved them because I didn't have enough time to love them, but I liked them. I thought they were cool. I would have liked to see more, Then they have the whole.
Good.
No, sorry, I was just gonna get to like the dad of like the girl. Like, of course, like it's funny because something I do like about this movie that kind of goes full circle is like he doesn't want to go there. He goes there for himself, and it's like the girl lies to him about why they're trying to take the roadhouse, and then his girlfriend lies to him about who the sheriff is, and that's her dad. And I like that scene where she saved him. That was actually like, it was a cool scene. I was like, cool. She was like, get the fuck. She was like, get up, we're leaving.
She could save me.
Yeah, right? Yeah, she can save me. I followed her on Instagram before the movie came out. I was like,
she's beautiful.
But yeah. No, but and at the end, it was kind of like, I don't know. It's just this common theme of like, you could just basically see. I kind of like, I don't want to say the movie was predictable in a way, but like by the end of it, you kind of knew he was going to leave. Like, you know what I mean? He fought all this time, and it was just like, there's no way he could stay. He's like the guy from the book she was talking about. He's the Western.
Yeah.
He's the hero that comes in, does his damage, and leaves,
Yeah.
And I like that, but I don't know. What were you saying earlier?
No, number one, I want to go back. I want to watch the OG one. With what's his name?
Yeah, me too.
Was it Kurt Russell?
Long-haired guy. No.
Wasn't Kurt Russell?
No. What's his face?
Here, let me look
I
it
gotta
up.
look it up.
Yeah, look it up. I want to go back. I want to watch that one. I want to see what the difference is here because, like you said, they could have gave characters a lot more depth, but they just had so much going on.
Patrick Swayze. I was like, bro, I couldn't remember.
Patrick Swayze.
Yeah.
They just had so much going on. Like, think about it. You have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different characters at the actual roadhouse. Then you have all the villains. You got McGregor's friend's son. That kid.
Yeah. I actually love his character.
I love his character. I thought he was really
that
cool.
guy.
I've seen him in something else too. I don't know what, but I've seen him in something.
Right. Thank you. Thank you.
I don't know
I've
what,
seen
though.
him. I feel like it was like a war movie or something.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I've seen him with like a mustache and like a war thing.
That, or he was playing another douchebaggy character. I think
something like that.
Yeah. But you got him. You got McGregor. You got that whole villain group with what's his name, the one guy that got eaten by the alligator. Dell. So all these people need like an explanation for the character because there's so much going on there that it's hard for you to. They put too much into it. So I want to see what the OG one did. That was a pretty big success, I think, on what was, it's Patrick Swayze. What that was compared to this, because it just felt like they were trying to do so much. And like you said, then you got the girl, then you got the girl's dad, then you got the history there. They touch on it a tad. It's just like, what, like, you're taking me over here.
Yeah, because I feel like the original. I've never seen the original House, and maybe it's just like this movie. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't think it is.
Uh,
So, I don't like the multiple bad guy thing. I don't like
I
that.
hate it.
Like that was something that was just it didn't give enough time to give anyone depth. Like you have you have the cop and the son working together.
Sorry, you're
You
stressing
know,
out there. Yeah.
no, yeah, it's like, bro, you have the cop and the son working together. Dell works for the son. Then Dell dies. So then Connor, then Dell, then the rich kid's dad calls Connor's character to come help, and then the son doesn't like Connor. Connor doesn't like anybody. He doesn't give a fuck. Jake Gyllenhaal doesn't want to hurt anybody. He's just there, and it's just this thing of like, it's him fighting these battles when he doesn't give a shit. Like at least like John Wick, Keanu Reeves is on a mission. Jake Gyllenhaal is just trying to protect his shit. He's literally walking on the bridge and he's getting assassinated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
No one killed Jake Gyllenhaal's dog. You know.
yeah, and we can't get we can't get far enough with someone like Dell because he like I actually dude that scene where he fell in the water. I kind of like that. I liked that interaction between them where he was like, "Oh man, it's not you," and then like they get into the fight.
Yeah.
Like I was like, maybe this could be a cool character. He gets eaten, bro. What?
Yeah.
Bob Mannery's character. I thought he played his part fucking great. I was so shocked to see him. I was like, he's actually a really good actor. Then he's like a pointless character in the background. Yeah. You bring Connor in, he's not even with the team. He's just this asshole that no one likes. Literally on the boat, when they see Connor driving, it's them three talking about how they have the girl downstairs and he just double cross him. And they're like, oh, not that fucking asshole. So like, there's so much that I'm just trying to like, I can't even like somebody. You know what I mean?
Honestly.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Who am I supposed to be focused on?
Here's a good example though. The movie was actually really good in the beginning, story wise. The whole
I agree.
Production wise, well, we already talked about that. But the actual story itself was interesting. When he goes and he first gets there and he has like the 5 guys that come out. You know what I mean? And you have like that one villain that's like kind of funny. That's like kind of cool with Jake Gyllenhaal's character.
The one that broke
cool.
his arm.
Yeah.
At the end, he was like, "I'm gonna get on my motorcycle."
Yeah.
It's just hard to find friends around here to ride with. I'll see you
He
around.
He was funny, dude. Yeah, he was cool.
I love that guy.
But it's like you have, he was involved when he broke his arm and that whole first fight happened. It's like the story was really interesting there, but then you start including all this lore and it's just like, what are we doing, bro? It's too much to take in. So I think you hit the nail on the head right there, man. It was just they gave us way too much and we didn't really know what to focus on or we didn't have a story to follow. It's like it's like a web. You're going this way and then you go this way and then you go back over here. It's just like all over the place. It's like a roller coaster.
I love them all, and I love the idea that they went with, but it's the idea like it should have been, Brant was the headmaster, Conor McGregor was either Tank or Tank. I keep thinking Tank Dell. Dell or fucking Connor is the bad guy, or they're both together the whole movie. Like it just can't be this thing of like, oh, it felt like this is gonna sound stupid, like almost like a Ninja Turtles movie or something like that, like. Not a Ninja Turtle, like a superhero movie. Like our first line of defense came down. Okay, Dune, fucking Dune. Batista character dies, so they call in Austin Butler, and they're like, "Come do this." I think that was literally not a negative that we had, but that's something we were like, they don't get touched on enough. Like you just throw them in the movie, and it's maybe not Batista's character, but for like Austin Butler, I was talking about. I want more of that motherfucker.
Well, but here's the thing, though. What Dune did well that this movie didn't do is they didn't dive into Batista's character at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he was just this
he was just there. What
He's
this
just
movie?
This constant background.
Yeah, they painted. I keep forgetting the stupid guy's name. The guy that gets eaten by the alligator. Him.
Dell.
They dive into Dell hardcore. I was like, is Dell the main guy?
They painted him like he was going to be the main villain of the movie.
And then you just throw him away. So that's my problem with this movie. And then you don't get introduced to Connor until an hour into the film. And now we only have an hour left. I'm so glad.
Yeah. I agree. That's where. Yeah. No, man. That's where, and because Dune, it didn't bother me as much.
Nope.
Absolutely. Nope. And I guess that's a good reason why.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Because I feel like also with this movie, there's like a lot of time I was like, man, when is Connor coming? You know what I mean?
I was saying the same thing.
I was like, are
30,
they gonna
40 minutes in, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, where is this man?
They thought this guy was the main. I thought he was the main villain before I watched the movie.
Yeah. Yep.
And then Brant's the main villain. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah. It wasn't great, man. I didn't like that aspect to it at all. Yeah, man. I did really, who I really, really enjoyed, and I wish they would have dove into this dynamic more. I feel like this. Oh my god, you know what? This would have been a great TV show. I think that's what it is. I think this would have been a great TV show.
This, the way they shot this movie, absolutely.
Yeah, I like, and also just like story wise, like I feel like
That's
you know,
yeah, my bad. That's what I meant with the story that they're trying to. Because I know what happened in the first one,
yeah,
but I feel like honestly, it felt better suited for a film than this one did. Like I could
yes.
totally see like a 6-episode miniseries.
And then you can have like even like 2 seasons where the first season is focused on Dell, second season is McGregor's character, third season is Dell's, or not Dell's dad, but the kid's dad or whatever in jail.
Brand's
you know what I mean?
dad,
Coming in. So like you could do like it felt like a TV show. You had so much going on here, and it just, you know what I mean? I feel like that's what it is. There's something I was gonna go another place with that, and I just can't really remember. But
Someone's character you wish that they touched on a little bit more. Was the lady that got him in?
The bookstore people.
The bookstore
you know what I mean?
people. That's
Like,
what I was, bro.
She had my favorite line in the entire movie. I wrote it down. Let me see. I thought it was great, and with the mom being gone and all that, like they touched on that. The mom's dead, and then they just move on, and that never comes up again. I'm like, what's the point in?
Well, I was so happy because he finally got quote unquote scared away, and then when he saw the bookstore, he would like the bus left, and he was like, oh yeah, this is the last thing I gotta do before I go, type attitude. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But then like he never goes and checks on them. He immediately after he kills the one dude in the pool, you know what I'm talking about? When he's like, once you piss me off, I'm really
which was crazy.
Off.
Yeah, that was the first like kill. Yeah.
See, that's why I really like this character, because I thought he played so well, like this calm, collected dude that's been through shit, and then like you saw him, he was like not like ferocious, but he was like, I don't like to get this angry.
Yeah.
But when I do, I'm fucking angry, and he like, you know what I mean?
Drowns
But
him.
then it's like we don't know if they're okay. Then after that death, he doesn't like. He goes back to like, oh, I gotta save the roadhouse. I get that ultimately helps them in the end, but like, why make that a big point that like, oh, you fucked with those kid, you fucked with the little girl, all right, you know what I mean? And then highlight that for one scene, and then he's like, we only see them at the end, and they're like bandaged up. I love the ending where he like left the money and stuff, and I thought that was a nice touch, but like, definitely would have liked to see them a little bit more, knowing that. Or at least that been more of the motivation since you highlighted it. You know what I mean?
That I agree. There's so much there. And then the one line that I liked a lot was when she was like, shit happens, but here it always happens on a beautiful day. I was like, damn, it's actually that's a great line. Like
I love that
it's
too,
great.
bro.
I don't know. I thought it was really well done. That's when they were talking about the mom and all that. And I was like, dude, this is like really emotional. And then they just go back to, you see Conor McGregor's ass cheeks right after that. So it's like, it's just, it's a weird movie, you know what I mean? But
it had so much potential. That's
so much potential. Issue. Yeah, there's potential there. And this movie knew what it was, and maybe that's why they just didn't care. Oops. Maybe that's why they didn't care about the CGI. Maybe, like I said, maybe that was kind of the point, is to be sloppy and fun. And if you watch this movie from a critic's eye, like I know that's what we're doing is we're looking at all this from a critic's eye, but like you could still make a fun movie.
I like this movie. I tell people I like this movie. It's cool. It's not a bad movie. It's just when you look at it critically like this, yes, you know what I mean.
It's horrific. It's
horrific.
But even if you look at it like, here's my thing: you could still make a fun movie good. A good example is my favorite movie of all time isn't a critically good movie. It's Grown Ups, and it's this group of guys that go do stupid stuff, but it's a funny movie that you can follow and have fun with. And this is a movie that you can't really follow because there's just so much going on, and it's just like
it's not even that you can't follow, you can't be engaged.
That's the best way to put it.
You know what I mean? You can't like fall in love with the characters as much. Besides Jake, you know what I mean? Really, or the little girl because she's a little girl. But like everyone else, like even like the woman who owns the store, they talk about how her uncle like he fucking broke his ass for this shit, and then like there's nothing there.
I thought she was gonna be a big part of this movie.
As Logan would say, there's no chum.
Where's the chum? Where's the plane?
Where's the chum?
Where's the plane?
Where's the plane?
Where's the plane? That's almost been a year, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah, right?
It's nuts. I think April will be a year.
Fucking love Sisu.
We love you. But
never seen that second one.
What?
Sisu.
Oh, yeah, no.
We wanted it so bad to do so well. Nah.
Starts with him just crawling out of the plane. No. But no, it's I don't know, man. I forgot where I was going with that.
The girl, the one who owns the roadhouse.
Yeah, like, dude, I thought she was gonna be like a big character, and then she doesn't even say hi to him when he first comes in. I was like, she just stares at him. I was like, what are we doing, dude?
Crazy.
Like, you didn't even know if he was gonna show up. He shows up. You don't even go down to introduce yourself to him until like 30 minutes into the movie. That's what I didn't get. He's already been working there for like 3 days, and then we finally get a scene between her and him. I'm like, where was this the day he showed up? Right?
Yeah.
Am I tripping? I was like, what's going on?
No.
You know?
No,
He talks.
absolutely.
He's better friends with the
bartender.
bartender than her.
Bro, that's what I thought. The same fucking thing. I'm like, is she trying to sleep with him, or is she like this?
Facts.
What's going on?
Facts.
She's a better friend with him than the owner.
Yep.
And then when she comes out, she's like, "So, you're leaving?" Yep. Yeah, bitch. Did you see what happened in there? And like, you didn't come check on me until after I've literally bandaged my wounds.
Yeah.
Literally was in there like, like
Yep.
fixing himself, and she comes and checks on him as he's leaving.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I'm obviously script writing, but come on, man.
I don't know,
You didn't
man.
give a shit.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, it's a fun film, I guess. And the only reason if I ever watch this movie again, it's gonna be just for Connor. You know,
Yeah,
honestly.
and it's funny. I funny enough, I probably would watch this movie again, and it really bothers me because if the MMA and like the actual fighting was better in a lot of scenes, because it's not terrible. Just when they use CGI, it's bad. When they're actually doing it, it's amazing. When they're CGIing it, it's terrible.
Mm.
But I would go back and watch it. I like the movie. I just I said, I think Connor's overacting sometimes.
He's always smiling. That's my favorite part.
Yeah, but at the same time, it was his character. Like,
Yeah.
you know, you could hate him on him for it, but like it was his character.
Yeah.
And then just like, yeah, just that sloppiness all around. The CGI and the sloppiness all around is kind of what my biggest negatives are of the movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I like legit. The only people that thing I don't think was sloppy was the actors and their actual scenes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everything
yeah.
else was kind of like,
I agree.
And the shots, like I said, the shots and location. I love the location. Actually, I thought that was fucking dope.
Gorgeous. They shot it in the Dominican Republic.
That makes sense.
Yeah, they shot there.
They're talking about fucking Florida, and I'm like, yeah, some places in Florida look like that, but don't glam it up.
No, when I saw them zoom out of the roadhouse from like the aerial view, and I saw all the amount of trees in the back, I was like, this isn't Key.
Like,
this
we have palm trees.
This ain't the Keys.
Yeah.
Dude. This ain't no Key West, bro. I've been to Key
man.
West. That ain't no Key West. So that's why I looked it up literally while the movie was going on, and I was like, I'm gonna look this up real quick. And then that popped up and said Dominican Republic, so they probably shot a few shots in the Keys, but yeah, I don't know. You know, we could just rate it. I don't really have anything else to expand on. Do you have anything?
No.
Jake Gyllenhaal's the man. That's
I
it.
go watch it. Yeah, it's like,
yeah, go watch it.
It's not a movie that like I sat there and I was like, oh, this is fucking. I hate my life. I want to get up. I want to leave. I never wanted to like turn it off, but it's not like. It's just a movie.
If I paid $15 for a movie ticket, I probably would have been like, you know. But I have Amazon Prime, so.
Yo, he's got a point. Maybe because like Cocaine Bear, I left the theater and I was very happy.
That was fun.
Like,
that was a fun, funny movie. It was a very straightforward plot.
I compare these very much. I feel like they're trying to do the same thing, but like there's a more straightforward plot there. I think.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's my final thoughts. I don't know.
Maybe they try to give this movie too much depth at times when it was not needed, if that makes sense. And so then we see it as a movie that needs more
you're
depth.
Like going back and forth.
Yeah.
Like, should this have more depth or should this just be more punching?
Because look at Because look at like you know, Cocaine Bear is like that's the example you used. There was a lot of characters, but we didn't feel like we needed to learn more about those characters. You know what I mean?
It literally, yeah. Whereas a movie, you didn't feel like you had to get to know these characters and follow their story. It was like, it just felt like we were witnessing a moment in time of like, these were people that would happen to be in the woods on some day. And it was just like the bear caught cocaine.
Yeah.
Like, not like we're going to go home with them and find out who they are tomorrow. Like, you know?
Yep.
So I totally get that. That's a perfect way of saying it. Because they tried to do that with this, with the relationship, even with the little brother aspect of the guy, you know, with the bartender, with the little girl. You know, I agree. That was a perfect way of putting that.
Alrighty. Well, let's go ahead and rate this movie, Brayden. You go first on this one. I'm going to be a lot lower than what you think, probably.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll probably be a lot higher than you think.
Okay.
I'm going to give it a fucking, I'm going to give it an 8.1.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, I liked the movie. I'm just not gonna hide behind the fact that there's a lot of flaws. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I can be a guy. I know movies that are like bad, but I just love them regardless. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, I love the fact Connor was in it. I like Jake Gyllenhaal's performance. I you know, but at the same time, like this movie could have been better than the original Roadhouse if you did it right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Type thing.
Yeah.
Maybe not better, but you get what I'm trying to say.
No, I agree. Yeah. I'm giving this movie a 6 out of 10, and that's even a lot higher than what I was gonna do. But I just Conor McGregor, dude. Let's see what's going on here.
Where the fuck is everyone?
Dude, the little robot move, little lat spread. It's so funny.
Yeah,
dude.
it was like, where the fuck?
Dude, yeah, so a 6 out of 10 for me. You know, like if I'm being like totally honest, probably a 5 out of 10, but I got to give it to McGregor, bro. He was so funny in this movie, and I think that's why he got paid so much, is they knew people were gonna watch this movie because of McGregor. Like I feel like more people are watching this movie because of McGregor than Gyllenhaal. Honestly, you know, and yeah, I thought he was really funny in this movie. And if I ever watch it again, it's gonna be because of him. So yeah, 6 out of 10 for me.
And it bothers me because I've told you, I think the number one thing in the world right now that pisses me off is like I want to make like an MMA film, because I just think that like, why would you not do it right now when MMA is probably the biggest sport? I don't know if it's in the world, but like it's top 5 biggest sports in the country and probably in the world. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So like, I feel like a movie like that would pop off right now. And I think if Roadhouse was better and it looked better in the trailers, people would have been like, wow, this is the fucking movie to see of the year. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But
honestly,
yeah.
You know? Yeah, I hope they, because there really hasn't been an MMA movie, has there? I know there's been a lot of boxing.
Back in like the 2000s, like you have, there's a few of because like, well, there's Roadhouse, but
it's just it's gonna be hard to come up with a good story that hasn't been done in all these other boxing
Warrior
movies.
If you've ever seen Warrior.
No, I haven't seen Warrior.
That's with Tom Hardy. Great movie. That is like probably, don't quote me on this, everybody, probably the best MMA movie that's out. Probably. It's in the conversation. You have Never Back Down. Never Back Down's a really good MMA movie. That's probably also tied with that. I've seen Never Back Down. Have I seen Never Surrender? No, this is the one. Never Surrender is the one with is that St. Pierre? St. Pierre was in a movie. No, that's not St. Pierre. But yeah, I would say the first two that I said that are probably pretty good ones. But there's a lot.
Oh, Rampage is in it.
Bloodsport.
Anderson
a really
Silva.
Good one.
Oh my God, dude. George St. Pierre. Dude, this cast is crazy.
Which one?
For Never Surrender. You got Rampage Jackson, Anderson Silva, George St. Pierre, BJ Penn.
Yeah.
What?
Yep. There's a few. Like I said, there's a few, but they all came out like in 2000, 2011.
Right.
Like the last one that came out most recently, funny enough, a 2024 one. It's called 60 Minutes. I think I saw the trailer. It's on Netflix.
60 Minutes?
Desperate not to lose custody, a mixed martial arts fighter makes dangerous enemies when he ditches a matchup to race to his daughter's birthday party.
We talked about this, remember?
We did.
It was like, how's it 60 minutes if the movie's an hour and a half long?
Yeah.
I don't really.
I remember this. You're so right.
That's not an MMA movie, you know. It's an action movie gonna go save his daughter.
Yeah. But yeah, those are just a few. Just some good ones.
Yeah, well,
some good ones.
I mean, hey, dude, start trying to write one.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I need to. I'm saying I need to. That'll be because I'm writing this one. I'm writing right now is a short, but I would like to do that.
Yeah,
I feel like it'd be very. I don't know. It'd be like the Rocky of this generation.
Yeah, 100%. It'd just be very hard to come up with something that hasn't been done. And
right?
You'd have to really. I don't know how you'd go about that. I don't know. But
to make a movie about becoming double champion, and like the stress and like shit that goes behind the behind the scenes of it, and like maybe like we have to see them go through like a weight thing process. That, you know what I mean? Who knows?
Well, yeah, because people hate
swirling.
Because people hate going through origin stories already. So maybe he's already champion. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like
you guys can leave now. We're coming up with movie ideas.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking.
Don't take our. You know, I already trademarked it
Yeah,
actually.
yeah, it's patent and everything.
Trademarked it on my phone right here.
For real, for real. All right, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get out of here, man. Actually, no, do we have any movie news that we need to talk about before we dip? Let's see what we got going on.
Yeah, there should be a few that I sent you.
News. Let's see what we got.
Dude, the Steelers are taking Quez Watkins from us. Thanks. Thanks, bro.
Wait, what?
What's up, brother? Oh, are you talking about that? Have you seen the Happy Gilmore 2 thing? That's a big thing.
The hip drop tackle has officially been banned in the NFL.
Yeah, I saw that.
Are you serious? That's why college football is better, dude. NFL sucks. I'm sorry. That makes no sense.
Sucks.
So now you can't even go after someone. What? What?
How do you tackle?
How do you honestly?
I don't know.
How do you tackle?
I couldn't tell you, my friend. I just couldn't tell you.
That's how every DB tackles in the NFL. Whatever. Yes, Happy Gilmore 2. It's probably not going to be good, but I don't care. I'm watching it. I'm going to love it. It's Netflix. Cast me, please. That's awesome.
Get us in there.
I could play Young Sandler.
Yeah, right. I'm saying
no, that wouldn't work. But no, yeah, I'm there. Listen, there is a chance, like, because Sandler really loves his, big movies and the stuff that got him going. And Happy Gilmore put him on the map like nothing else had before. And I feel like, this is a movie that I think he's going to put a lot of time and effort into. We'll see how it goes. It'll
actually be worthwhile.
And it's Netflix, so I'm excited, man. I can actually sit at home and watch it. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
I will be, even if it's bad, I'm gonna love it. I already know it. It will be one of my favorites, no matter what.
Yeah.
It's gonna make so much money too. So much money.
We talked about the Wizards of Waverly Place thing before, but they just officially confirmed it. Selena Gomez will be in the pilot episode and stuff. So
yeah, a couple people I know are working on it.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
For the
Get us
crew.
in there.
Yeah, I know.
Get us in there.
So dope.
Ryan Coogler producing a jukebox musical movie featuring Prince's discography. Yep. Discography. Yep.
Oh wow, really? Okay.
Yes. That'll be cool. I was never really like the biggest Prince fan. Not that I don't like him. I just never really listened to his music all that much. A few hit songs, but
yeah, no, it's dope.
Pretty cool.
I would say he has that fan base for sure to do that. Jeffrey Wright has joined Denzel Washington and Spike Lee's latest High and Low. Okay. Never Ending Story will get another shot at the big screen in new film series adaptation.
Oh yeah.
Never Ending Story.
They're making a new what's it called? Cat in the Hat animated movie.
I'm hyped for that, dude.
Yeah.
I'll watch
Me
it
too, actually.
I do. I love Cat in the Hat, dude. What do you think about the new Prime Video movie?
You're talking about
the Narrow Road
Army
with
one?
Jacob Elordi. Yeah.
It kind of looks good. I think he'll play the part well.
I hate that he's so tall, dude. Like, just give me some of your height, dude.
Yeah, bro. Come on.
Like, you don't got to be 6'5", dude.
Give me a freaking few.
For real.
David Schwimmer, starring the Goosebumps series, season 2.
Didn't see season 1, so that's cool though.
Me neither.
I actually know someone that got casted in Goosebumps season 2 as a regular. It's pretty cool.
Oh wow.
Someone I worked with in Talia in the Kitchen back in 2015.
Wow.
Yeah, good for her, man.
There you go.
Do you think Conor McGregor would be good in the new live action Popeyes?
Yes. I was just about to
honestly,
say that.
bro, like it'd be
He
great.
needs to play him.
Dude, he would be
walking
so
around.
funny.
You need some spinach.
I'm being so serious. I want to see that.
Yeah, I mean, look at his chin. That chin would work if he shaved.
Dude, that's my favorite Conor McGregor video of all time when it's him and what was that one fighter from back in the day, the professional skateboarder, and they have Dana White in the middle. He's like, yeah, you don't need no ring girl. Just go up there and shake her chin around. Do you remember that?
Oh, you're talking about I know his face. God damn it. I need to look it up.
I know his name, I just can't say it. It starts with a U, you know?
Oh, I think you got Uriah Faber.
Uriah Faber, yeah. That's so funny. Yeah.
Dude, I had to get that dude. I couldn't think of his name.
Ark, the animated series, is now streaming on Paramount Plus.
Yeah, bro.
It looks
Crazy.
dope.
Yeah, it actually kind of looks cool. There is one more actually that I did have. I don't think I sent it. They finally came out with it. Joker 2 will feature 15 songs, like popular songs from around the world, as like a jukebox musical. How they said it was going to be a musical, it's going to
Yeah.
feature them singing 15 popular songs.
What?
Yeah.
So it's a musical.
Yes. It's a quote unquote jukebox musical. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that means like the Elton John type movie. But yeah.
All right.
I've never seen someone take like an Oscar movie and like just shit on it. Like I
I
have
don't know, dude.
I have strong feelings about this movie because when I watched Joker, and this is going to sound absolutely stupid, like I thought it was the best movie of all time when I watched it. Like I watched that film, and it's because it has nothing to do with Joker. I strongly feel you could put Psychopath as the title, movie would be just as good. Has nothing to do with
It's
Joker.
Taxi Driver, yeah.
Yeah, yes, maybe that's why I like it so much. The Taxi Driver is one of the best films ever, right? I mean, that's what people say.
Yeah.
And so I just like I really hope that they really know what the fuck they're doing. Like I really fucking do because how do you win an award and you make such a beautiful film?
I think Todd Phillips is coming back. I don't think it's gonna be bad. It's just gonna be different, you know. And
That's where I'm
just
like
not
trying to hope that they know what. Like that's what I'm saying. They better know what they're doing. I'm not trying to doubt because if they know what they're doing, they do it well. We're good. We're solid. But if they blow it, I'm pissed. I'm angry.
I don't want it to be a musical no matter what. It's not a movie that needs to be a musical.
Yeah.
Like I get how they'll like I really think I have an idea of how they're gonna do it, and I just don't care for it. You know what I mean? Doesn't mean it's gonna be bad. It's just not gonna be a movie that I want to watch for Joker. You know? I don't know, dude. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
We'll see. The more we hear, it comes out this year, right?
Yeah.
November.
Something like that.
Somebody commented the one thing about the new Ark TV show is someone's like, why is everyone built like humans? Because in Ark you make your character all weird. You know what I mean?
Fucked up
Have like
shit,
big
yeah.
arms, yeah. Yeah. Someone said the trailer is infinitely better than the show. Oof.
Can't find anything on. I only looked. Hold on. Whatever. But yeah, I think Joker comes out this year, next year.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see how that goes. I think that's it for acting news. Yeah.
I think so.
All right. Cool. There we go. All right. Listen, guys. You guys go watch Late Night with the Devil if you can, or wait for it on streaming. It's worth the money if you go watch it in theaters. Roadhouse. You know.
I would not.
No, yeah, you're gonna walk. You're gonna walk into the theater. And go, where is everybody? No, but you can. Just watch it on Prime Video. It's fun. It's a fun movie. Don't go into it expecting anything crazy, and you'll have a good time with it. Just have fun watching CGI Post Malone. That's my favorite part of the film. At the beginning, it was so weird. It was so weird. So go watch that. Enjoy it. Let us know your thoughts.
I loved it. I told somebody like, "Isn't Post Malone in it?" I was like, "Yeah, he's in the first 5 fucking minutes." If you care for that,
it's not even him. You know, it's pixels,
Yeah.
but you can enjoy it.
It's pixels.
Yeah. So go watch those 2 movies. Let us know what you guys think down below if you've seen them already, and DM us on Instagram. Let us know your thoughts.
If you've seen him, let us know. Okay.
Facts. Like, subscribe,
Comment,
and we'll see you guys next time.
We'll see you next time.
Actually, give this video a like because likes help us out a lot.
Yeah.
Like,
Why don't
we
you do
pop
that?
up on people's discovery all
We
the time.
like you.
We like you. So why not us? Crazy. All right, love y'all. Y'all
They
stay
don't
safe,
understand.
baby.
See you later, guys.
They don't get it.
They don't get it.
All right, love y'all.